Go.
My dear children, today's topic is the Indus Valley Civilization, which is also known as Harappan Civilization and the Bronze Age Civilization. The nuclear date of the civilization is from 2500 to 1700 BCE, before Common Era. This Indus Valley civilization basically consists of two large cities, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, and this is also known as Bronze Age. Today I am going to tell you about some of the important features of this civilization. Before I start with this, I would like to give you some information on this civilization. This civilization was first identified in 1921 at Harappa in Punjab region, and then in 1922 at Mohenjo-daro, which is near the Indus River in the Sindh region. Both sites are in present day Pakistan. As of 2019, over 1500 Indus Valley civilization sites have been discovered, of which 475 sites are in Pakistan and 925 sites in India. One of the most important features of Indus Valley civilization was systematic town planning. Very important. They had very systematic town planning, which was based on grid system. This is grid system, which was, these were the rectangular blocks. It was well planned, and the roads were also well planned from north to south and from east to west. Then there were two kinds of buildings in Indus Valley civilization. Upper was known as citadel, lower it was lower town, which was the residential area. Citadel was on a raised platform, which was meant for public gatherings. It was fortified. What do you mean by fortified? It was surrounded by walls. So this citadel was very, very important, as I am showing you in this book. This is fortified by, this is raised platform, on the raised platform. So this was about citadel. Now, other features of this civilization, they were lower town was the city, the residential area, where the doors opened towards the alleys, not on the main roads. This was very significant feature of the Harappan civilization. Now I am going to tell you about the occupation. Agriculture and domestication of animals. These were the two important occupations of the people of Indus Valley civilization. Agriculture, there were two staple foods, wheat and barley, which were mainly, they were the grown foods in the Indus Valley civilization. Rice was also found, which at Lothal, rice husks are found in Lothal. Cotton was also grown, which was the first to be grown. Cotton was the first to be grown in Indus Valley civilization. Apart from agriculture, domestication of animals, there was no sign, no evidence of cows is seen in Indus Valley. Apart from these, buffaloes, ox, dogs, goats, sheep, all these animals were domesticated. Then there were many major buildings and houses, the great granaries, the great public bath, the assembly hall, people's dwelling houses. Now apart from this, trade was also there. Some important precious stones were imported from Afghanistan and Iran. Gold was also imported from Karnataka, copper from Rajasthan. They followed the barter system, the exchange system, which was in the form of stone weights, which were cubical weights. These all were the multiples of 16. These cubical weights were the multiples of 16. Apart from this, there were other features of this civilization. They also were very good in art of sculpture and crafts, good in making pottery, carving, painting, art of writing script. As far art of writing script is considered, it has not been deciphered yet. Their writing is not deciphered yet. Now the very important thing, about their religious beliefs or the religious life of the people of this civilization. This is based on the seals which has been excavated. So these seals, they reveal, they tell us about their religious beliefs. People worshipped Pashupati. Why the people were this god was called Pashupati? Because this god was surrounded by animals. That's why this god is known as Pashupati. Mahadev and the terracotta figure of goddess. This figure of goddess is the figure of mother goddess. The seals have revealed why this is called mother goddess. The seals have revealed, they have shown that a plant growing from a female embryo. So this is the evidence. No temples were found during the Indus Valley civilization. Now the most important thing in this is the major cities of Indus Valley civilization. Among the major cities of Indus Valley civilization was Harappa. Indus Valley civilization is also known as the Harappan civilization. Why? Because Harappa was the first site to be excavated in 1921. The structures found in the Harappa was the granaries, the great granaries. These are very important, the great granaries which were found at Harappa. It was the largest measuring granary, very long, the largest granary. Harappa was situated on the banks of river Ravi, which is a tributary of river Indus. Another important site which has been found is Mohenjo-daro, which is also known as Mound of Deads, which was excavated in 1922. The structure is the Great Bath. The structure which is found at Mohenjo-daro is the Great Bath, which is very important example. This has been excavated and important evidence which shows about Mohenjo-daro. Lothal, it was the only dock site, artificial dockyard. Then the historians have found seals of ships. Rice husks were found in Lothal, important. Then other important site is Kali Bangan, which is in Rajasthan, which has a black bangle factory, and also the fire altars are found there. Chanhu-daro, which is a city without citadel. This is the important thing about Chanhu-daro, a city without a citadel. Dholavir, which is stone water reservoir, was found in Dholavir, which is in Gujarat. Apart from the great granaries at Harappa and the great public bath at Mohenjo-daro, there was one assembly hall also, which was a public building at Mohenjo-daro. It was a square hall of 25 meters by 25 meters. Then there were people's dwelling houses. The lower part of the city of Mohenjo-daro had the dwelling houses of the people. The houses unearthed, which are found through excavations, were of different sizes. There were two-room houses also, there were palatial houses also, and every house had a bathroom, a storeroom, a kitchen, a wall chamber, and dustbins. People were well aware of their personal hygiene. The most important feature of the town planning of the Harappan civilization was their urban planning and their excellent drainage system. Drainage system was excellent in the Indus Valley civilization. The streets and lanes of their towns were laid out according to a set plan. These were straight and intersect each other at right angles. The roads were wide enough and they had rounded corners. The streets were paved with fire-burnt bricks. There were covered drains running under them. Very important, all drains were covered in this civilization. Drainage system was excellent. House drains emptied into the main drains. The main drains ran under the main street below the lanes. Very important features of Harappan civilization. Now we will come to some sources of information which tells us about the existence of the Harappan civilization. These are archaeological sources. Some seals have been found which tells us about this civilization, and there are also some of the excavations and the inscriptions, important sources of information about this civilization. Now children, I will tell you how the end of Indus Valley civilization took place. This was around somewhere in year 3900 years ago. There is nothing sure about how it ended, but these are some of the causes which have been said about the reason for the sudden end of this civilization. Deforestation, devastating flood, climatic change, an epidemic, natural calamity like an earthquake. I hope this was informative. Thank you children.